Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Let me first start out by saying it was a pleasure and an honor for me to get to be in the ring last night at 1681 Shirley Road in Royston, Georgia, with Jacob Fatu and Alex Kane and Landon Hale and Zen Shi and Vari Morales and Alexander Hammerstone and Gangrel, and the list goes on and on and on. If you were not there, you missed a phenomenal, great show. I'm not going to run down the entire match card because when Curtis Coleman and Shane Bell came by for an interview last Saturday, they went down the entire match card. But I will say, in our two main events of the night, Hammerstone beat Curtis Coleman to become the new AllStar heavyweight champion. And in the main event of the evening, Gangrel beat the seriously silly Habersham hero Scott Mason. And there was a bunch of new faces backstage in the locker room. It was nice to meet all of those guys. Hopefully they'll come back in the future. And a shout out to my man Ian, who came to referee last night and helped me out, and I greatly appreciate that, as I always do. But again, it was a pleasure to be in the ring with all of those guys. If you were not there at 1681 Shirley Road in Royston, Georgia, you missed a great show. The next show there will be coming up on October the 2nd, and AEW's own QT Marshall will be there. I know Curtis Coleman announced that last week, but just in case you missed it, I wanted to go ahead and say it again. So if you're a wrestling fan and you've always wanted to wrestle but never have, or maybe you used to wrestle and got out of the business, or you were training at one time and got out of the business, now's the perfect time to get back in and come start with QT Marshall when he comes to 1681 Shirley Road in Royston, Georgia on October the 2nd. So if you would love to train, please get in contact with Shane Bell or Curtis Coleman and let them know you would like to be there on October the 2nd when AEW's own QT Marshall will be there holding a training session. And we have a very busy week here at Ref Brandon and the Todd family. So let me go ahead and say there probably will not be a top 10 countdown this week. I know I did one every single week since we started the channel, but we have a very busy week this week. So there will probably be a video on Wednesday, but it will probably not be a top 10 countdown. And that's only because of the fact we have so much going on this week. I don't just like to write down, whatever the countdown's going to be and go with it. I actually like to, be able to sit down and do some research, at least a little bit of research on, one or two of the topics inside the top 10 countdown, and I probably just will not have enough time between now and Wednesday to do that. But hopefully the top 10 countdown will return next week, so there will be a video on Wednesday. It just will not be a top 10 countdown. So stay tuned because there still will be a video on Wednesday, just not a top 10 countdown. And I apologize. I know I get a lot of feedback on the top 10 countdowns because everybody enjoys them, but I don't just like to write down 10 things and go with it. I like to, sound informative and entertaining and educational and all that kind of good stuff when I'm doing a top 10 countdown. And we just have so much going on this week, I probably will just not have enough time to sit down and decide what the topic's going to be and then do some research on the topic. So I'll try to bring back the top 10 countdown next week. Also, one day this week, I am going to sit down and talk about all the college football games that happened, that started beginning on Thursday night and are still going on right now, because we know there's another game coming up tonight and another game coming up tomorrow night. So we'll have a college football day coming up one day later on this week. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. My wife gave me an ultimatum. It was her or my addiction to sweets. The decision was a piece of cake. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of three. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.